Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where 90s Kid rocks! 90s Kid's gonna tell you all about the most awesome comics ever made! Brodsky, you are a genius! Liefeld, you are my god! Anybody know what rhymes with genius? Or anything else in the theme song? 90s Kid! He is the man! No! Wait, he is a kid? Wait, aren't I 90s Kid? Why am I talking about 90s Kid as if I'm not actually here? Whoa! This is getting, like, really meta or something. I'm sure the theme song is, like, some sort of boy joke, but, like, I forgot what I was saying, and the theme song's over! 90s Kid! And chicks, I'm 90s Kid, and I've been asked to talk about this awesome comic! Freak Force number 1! Let's dig in. Oh my god, this cover is awesome, man! They're all running at the reader! Making them run is so much more interesting than showing a scene from the book itself. And just look at these guys! This one's huge! He must have huge guts or something! Then there's this righteous dude wearing a flag and having a gun for a hand! I am totally in favor of adding guns to the American flag. It so needs that kind of an update to make it relevant to my interests. And let's not forget that this comic is full of chicks. And because it's full of chicks, that means it's full of boobs! And some of those boobs are totally outlined in their clothes, as if they weren't even wearing anything at all! Oh, except for this chick who does not have boobs outlined in her clothes, therefore she isn't interesting! Though she does show her legs, so I guess it's worth something. Dudette, get with the now! Only guys read comics, and guys aren't interested in your legs, only your boobs! This comic was made by the best company ever! Image Comics! And it was during their renaissance, which also happened to be right when they started! Well, okay, this was made a year after they started, but that was like so their renaissance! Oh, and the Freak Force itself? Here's their origin. They're from Eric Larson's other superhero book, Savage Dragon, and they were part of a government experiment or something for superpowers, but it totally backfired on the government! Wow! It's so original! So the comic starts in New York, and there's this redhead wearing striped green pants, which kind of makes her look like she's mint flavored. She looks up and sees the big guy from the cover, only he's smaller now, and he's on the fire escape. She's all angry about it and goes to her apartment. This isn't a daycare center! They should know better! Giant muscle dudes go on the top of the Christmas tree, not the fire escape. What's that big ape doing on the damn fire escape? Clearly he was pondering if it would be wise to add more pouches to his huge shoulder pads. For the record, the answer is Shaw! This must be like a really tiny apartment too, since the rest of them are all standing in front of the door when she comes in. And whoa, anyone else getting kinda dizzy from those pants now? Whoa. So she apologizes for yelling and stuff, but everyone's stressed out because they need a new apartment or something. Look, I'm sorry this isn't working out. We're really trying to pull something together. Yeah, well, you're looking a little tense yourself. It's not that. I just, have to go to the bathroom. So? Oh. I don't get it. So the girl with the V thing on her forehead says they can get money after they call an old friend of theirs. Wow, that was such an awesome scene! It told us so much about these characters, like how the blonde guy in the Doctor Strange cape has to use the bathroom. So the guy who has to go to the bathroom and the chick with the green Zubas go into another room, where there's this other chick, but she's like a dinosaur or something. Hey kid, what you watching? I'm not really sure. I think it's one of those alien-type science fiction movies. They're really shocked as they look at what she's watching, and there's like moaning and lots of, oh baby, and stuff. Oh, I get it. She's watching MTV. So that scene did a lot, you know? The lady in the flight jacket, who suddenly has awesome shoulder pads, tells them that their money problems are over. So, like, the blonde lady with the shiny boob outfit tells them that they called Savage Dragon and he's faxed them over a bounty they can hunt. Wait, they called Savage Dragon, but we don't get to see him? You could have had a crossover! Suddenly this comic seems a lot more bogus. So she tells them about this guy, Major Disaster, who's an eco-terrorist. He can manipulate pollutants in the atmosphere to form virtually anything! Whoa! This guy can, like, make an Ace of Base album out of old beer cans! So it turns out he gives warning to the oil and chemical companies he attacks before he hits them. Dude, what a nice terrorist! We cut to a chemical plant that blows up! Oh, and it's got the awesomest sound effect ever! Doom! 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 And as we all know, Doom is the most awesomest game ever made during Everness! Major Disaster is awesome too! His head's on fire and stuff! So the guy with the tiny bladder comes in to talk to him. Turns out his name is Mighty Man. Really? Mighty Man? Dude, no one's going to take you seriously with that name. You need to at least add the word blood to it. Possibly strike as well. Strike with a Y. I hear the shrinks in prison are quite effective. Whoa. What a totally convincing argument for him to surrender! I don't know how Major Disaster could possibly respond to that! Oh, dude, he's got skulls in his eyes, and he, like, makes a fire fist! And more awesome sound effects! Harak! It's the extra K in Harak that makes all the difference, you know? Otherwise, I wouldn't be convinced that Major Disaster just punched him. Whoa, that patriotic gun dude has a ponytail! That's so hardcore! Damn, flame's in the way. This position's no good. We can't get at him! Wait, you can't? Dude, he's wide open and you've got, like, a gun for a hand. So the big guy picks up the flag guy and throws him into the air! Now that's what I call freaky! 'Cause they're called Freak Force, you know? Dude?
Oh right. Sorry.
You should be with me, not against me! Spare me the dogma. You're taking human lives trying to realize your goals. I can't condone that. Period. I can only condone it when people who are legally allowed to kill other people are trying to realize their goals. Wait. Major Disaster wraps Mighty Man up in, chocolate? The woman with the awesomely huge shoulder pads comes in and knocks Major Disaster down. Apparently, her name's Ricochet. And no, not Ricochet. I said Ricochet. Ricochet is too obvious and not hardcore enough. With Ricochet's distraction, the flag guy can come up and aim his gun hand. But then Major Disaster's all, I think not. And then he chooms him, and then a whoom, and finally a doom, wonk, zaka zaka yaka zaka 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 whack. Or, to make a long story short, pashoo, whacka whoop, I think that about sums it up. What about you? Well, okay, like, the stripper lady with the big cleavage electrocutes him, then the big red guy punches him and he's knocked out! Oh, and it turns out Major Disaster's clothes were all made from pollutants, and now that he's knocked out, the clothes are disappearing! Whoa, that costume must have smelled really bad. So Shiny Boobs Lady comes in and... wait, what happened to her tiara thing? Anyway, she tells them that this was a disaster! A major disaster! 'Cause that's his name?
No, that one was just stupid.
She's mad because they didn't work as a team! Well then clearly she did not see the big red guy's brilliant tactic of throwing the flag guy up in the air! I mean, that was totally necessary for their victory! Anyway, what we're looking at here is a classic example of truly deep comics. See, instead of showing that the heroes are competent and likable and junk, we have a person on the team yelling at the others because they suck. This is truly the stuff of great comic books, dudes. Nothing is more entertaining than watching someone whine about how the team is stupid. It shows deep, rich, and unique characterization. I mean, how many other Image comic books did this in the early 90s, right? That's right, all of them! That's how magnifique this trope is! So we cut to, bricks? I don't know. Hey, look! FF! Fantastic Four, man! Oh, wait, Freak Force. Well, that's still hardcore! So, like, now they talk? I don't know, suddenly I'm really bored. This comic sucks! Psych! This comic is awesome! However, because I'm so bored at page, what is that, 21? Yeah. Let's go do something much more interesting! We're gonna play some Sega Genesis! The Sega Genesis is the most awesome video game system ever made! And we're gonna play Justice League Task Force! It's totally the same as reviewing Freak Force because, like, they both have force in their name. So, like, it starts out with no music. Wait, where's the music?
You will never defeat me. I control the technology. I have the power to control your mind.
Dude! So let's start with the hardest settings because, you know, I'm hardcore. And we'll play as Batman because Batman is also hardcore! That was weird. Let's try again! Superman! This game is awesome! It's hard, which means it's much more interesting to play! So badass! Okay, maybe I should turn down the speed and difficulty. Ha! Now I'm winning! But the cool thing is that it's okay! And now I'll just keep playing.
goes on like that for about an hour.
What is wrong with you? When I said, do you need me next week, part of that was the implication of, do you have some sort of freak you wouldn't rather replace with someone talented?
The episode has already hit the internet. Nothing we can do.
Fine, but you better let me handle next week.
No. I've discovered a time-delayed message from Linkara that he made in case he ever went missing or was killed. He has already picked his successor.
Shouldn't you be more worried about finding the kid?
Don't worry about it. I'm close. I finally located an energy trail. Give me about 2 weeks and we'll have him back.
Seriously, why?